Hello and welcome back to our discussion of reproduction. We have been talking about male reproduction and we are now ready to talk about the process of spermatogenesis. Okay, so I just want to remind you, sperm are produced in the testes. So the testes are going to consist of these seminiferous tubules, and sperm are going to be developing on that sort of inner wall of the seminiferous tubule, okay? All right, so this diagram shows the process of spermatogenesis. I want to remind you that sperm and other gametes, such as eggs, are made by the process of meiosis. And I want to remind you that meiosis is going to consist of one DNA replication followed by 2 rounds of cell division. Okay, so taking a look at what that looks like in the male, males are going to be born with these cells, spermatogonia. Okay, germ cells are basically the cells that are going to give rise to the gametes. Okay, so they're born with these spermatogonia, which are basically regular cells. They're diploid. Okay. When the male reaches puberty, then he can go ahead and start making sperm. So what he's going to do is, first of all, create more spermatogonia out of the original spermatogonia by mitosis. Okay, and then some of those spermatogonia are then going to go on and undergo meiosis to give rise to sperm. Okay, so we are going to have our regular diploid cell here. We're going to undergo DNA replication to give rise to this cell, the primary spermatocyte. We're going to undergo our first meiotic division to give rise to the secondary spermatocyte, and then another cell division to give rise to these cells, spermatids, which develop into sperm. Okay, so all of this is going to happen in the adult male. Okay. I also just want to point out that unlike in the female, we have each original cell, each germ cell is going to give rise to 4 sperm, right? So remember in the female, we had those same cell divisions happening, but they were uneven cell divisions that gave rise to polar bodies. So we had one germ cell giving rise to 1 egg. Here we have 1 germ cell giving rise to 4 sperm. Okay, so taking a closer look at what that looks like in the context of the seminiferous tubule, here we have our sperm in different stages of development. They start towards the outside and move in as they undergo those meiotic divisions, right? So here's our spermatogonium, which is that diploid cell. The spermatogonium is going to divide to give rise to other spermatogonia. Some of those spermatogonia will undergo meiosis, right? So we have DNA replication to give rise to this cell, the primary spermatocyte. Then we have cell division, that first cell division giving rise to the secondary spermatocyte, and then the second cell division that's going to give rise to the spermatid. The spermatid is haploid, but it's not quite a functional sperm yet. It needs to undergo some physical changes in order to become what we call sperm, which is officially called a spermatozoa. Okay. Okay. Also, some things I want to show you about the seminiferous tubule. We have these cells that I already pointed out before, but these are the Sertoli cells shown in purple. They're going to secrete hormones that will regulate spermatogenesis. We have a basal lamina that is going to separate basically the inside of the tubule from the interstitial fluid. And then outside of the basal lamina, we've got our interstitial cells, which are going to be making testosterone. So the interstitial cells are inactive at birth, but they become active at puberty. Okay.